Welcome to another Healthy Start for Families training. I'm super stoked to share new assets with you guys again as we wrap up our Healthy Start for Families themed month, 2 months. We've been rocking it out. My name is Kira. I work at the Juice Plus head office and I am the Digital IT and Communications Manager, which is certainly a mouthful. So I'm very excited to get into this, which means I'm pretty much just going to do that, I think.
So, as I was saying, I am super stoked to share with you guys some new Healthy Starts for Families assets that we've just released. So, if you go to your virtual office and look under the Resources tab, you'll see the Healthy Starts for Families option. So, when you click on that, you will open up all the assets that are at your fingertips ready to share. Or maybe there's some training in there that you might want to check out. There's just so much on offer in here. So we've updated a couple of things over the past week that I really wanted to share with you and show you how to use them. So one of them that I'll jump right into is new Zoom backgrounds. I know a lot of us are still in lockdown and things like that. So we're still repping the Zoom. We're still needing some backgrounds and things like that. So you can set those up as your Zoom backgrounds, which are just a great little addition to put a bit of a theme to your call, or if you just want to hide your messy background, which is also definitely something that I can feel sometimes. So what else I wanted to share with you today was Lunchbox recipes. So as I mentioned, we have school going back. I think that might be 6th of October. Someone might have to jump in and help me out with that one. And I know that some people are going back to homeschooling as well, but nonetheless, kids still need to eat. So it can be so helpful to have a recipe guide, a go-to guide where you just know what you're going to put together, and it's not too hard either. So thanks to our team overseas, they've put together 6 recipes that you can use to go and create your own little lunchboxes. So they've been put together in a cute booklet for your perfect plant-rich lunchbox, and they've actually themed it so they have Juice Plus capsules and chewables in them. Which means that it's really looking at that holistic meal. So we know that Juice Plus isn't the answer to everything. It's about a balanced diet, it's about exercise, it's about good nutrition. So this is the good nutrition, and of course that includes supplementation with your Juice Plus. So it breaks down how to create, like what the formula is for a plant-rich lunchbox. And gives out little tips on how to make your own. But thankfully, if you're not feeling super creative, or your customers or your friends want just something easy to go to, it's got a list of ingredients and directions, as well as some tips for a plant-based option instead if you're going full vegan, on how to create a yummy lunchbox. So garden fresh lunchbox, confetti salad lunchbox, Mediterranean lunchbox, and as you can see, they've got the Juice Plus capsules in there too. Just some really neat ideas on how to make something for school, something interesting. And as I said, even if you're still homeschooling, it can get in a really good routine to just have something already prepared. You can go and meal prep at the start of the week. I don't know if any of you guys are big into meal prepping as well, but I definitely like setting out my Sundays and creating something so I don't have to think about it later in the week. So this is the asset that we have that we can share out, but there are so many ways for you to use this to help build on your relationships and your networking, because after all, we're in a network marketing business. So turning lunchboxes into relationships, it sounds a bit like Tinder, but I can promise you it's not that extreme. It's all about building those friendships and creating that connection so people want to know more about Juice Plus. And when they do want to know more, they know that you're the person to go to. So to help support that, we do have some social images ready to go that you can go and pop on your Instagram or Facebook. And then we can also go and pop them on our stories. So these ones are a little bit longer, resized, and of course have the disclaimer down the bottom so you're covered. And all right, so you've got all these assets that you can use. If you missed it in the customer newsletter that would have gone out earlier in the month, we also had a blog to go with it. So it's all these things that can go and build up into this beautiful little package. But what are you going to do with this package, right? You've got all these useful things, but how are you going to use it to actually create leads, to actually get conversions? So this is something that I want to step in and show you how to do that, or some suggestions to get you on the right track. So in our Lunchbox recipes folder, we have turning lunchboxes into relationships, tips to share. And just letting you know, if you're on the Dropbox and you're not really being able to see the full title that you want to see, you can go and toggle your different views up here. And now I can read the full names, which is awesome. Or you can go and reorganize it how you want. So let's check out this PDF and see what tips we have to share. So this sheet is your great go-to when it comes to everything you need. It's got links straight to that blog, straight to the booklet, and straight to the social media post. So as long as you've got this PDF, you should be sweet. But really, all you need to do is navigate through your virtual office and you should find it pretty easy. So we already know that plant-rich and plant-based diets are becoming more and more popular, right? We've already got a product that's completely plant-based and vegan, which is absolutely amazing. I feel like we were definitely ahead of the crowd there. Let me know if you agree that we were ahead of the crowd. So now we've got some lunchboxes to match with that. So who should you be sharing this with? This is great for parents with preschool, primary school, or high school aged kids. And as I said, the recipe book actually explains out which ones would be better for the older kids and which ones would be better for the younger kids. You could also use it with grandparents as well who have grandkids at those different school levels. Personally, I don't have kids, but I want to check out these lunchboxes too because they look so handy and I wouldn't mind whipping up some of these ideas for myself, to be honest. So how are we going to use this toolkit though? So that's what I really wanted to get into today. So let's start off with how you could use it in a personal message. So this is where you want to send someone a personalized email, maybe a Facebook message or an SMS. And if you're reaching out to your customers, especially if they're Healthy Starts for Families customer already, you won't need to go in with the idea of selling them something else or anything like that. What the goal is for sharing with our HSF customers is retention. So it's showing them that you have a bit of love to share, showing them that they are on your mind and giving them an incentive to think about their order, to think about their use of the product, because there's no point in sending them Juice Plus if they're not going to take it as well. And really just checking in and seeing how they're going. So an example would be if I were to send it to Celine, who's one of my Healthy Starts for Families customers, I'd say, hey Celine, I've been thinking of you lots with school going back soon. I wanted to share these lunchbox recipes with you to hopefully make lunches a bit easier and to thank you for being my customer. And then Celine would probably write back and say, oh my God, that was so sweet. Thank you for sending that to me. And that's a great opportunity for me to flick back. No worries. Let me know if there's anything you want to update on your Juice Plus order. I'm always here to help. So it's just a nice little conversation starter so you don't feel like you have to, force conversation or you need to, jump in out of nowhere. So it's just an idea to get you started. But you can also reach out to non-HSF customers and use this booklet as a gift to them and open it up as a discussion point for swapping their order to a Healthy Starts for Families order. So your goal here is to convert their order or upgrade their order in case they want to add a child on, because most likely there's going to be an important child in their life that could benefit from the Healthy Starts for Families program. And in some cases, it might just be, swapping over to the fruit and veg capsules instead of just the berry blend, or upgrading to a premium pack to add in those extra 2 options. And it's making sure that they're aware of the option as well. They may have taken Juice Plus for 5 years, but had no idea that they could just make slight adjustments to their order, and then they could end up on the Healthy Starts for Families program. So again, you can use some of the same reach out options that we just talked about. So I've been thinking of you with school going back, wanted to share these recipes with you. And when they come back and say, hey, thanks for this is really sweet. That's where we've got some follow-up ideas. So if you're interested in getting free chewables or caps for the kids, let me know and I can send through more info. All you have to pay is a small freight fee. So that's something that we do try and make aware to people we're talking to, is the qualification of the free child's product. Because yes, it is a free child's product. However, you do have to have an existing Juice Plus order of a certain kind. So in this case, they already have a Juice Plus order. Maybe they have one that's eligible, or if they don't have one that's eligible, it'll mean tweaking their order. And then there is the small freight fee. So it's only, I think, $11 max for Australia and $11.50 for New Zealand. So really it is a small freight fee when you consider the amount of free product that you're going to be getting. So as I said, 14 is in the follow-up. If they are interested, you can send them one of the Healthy Starts for Families fact sheets, or the brand new video that came out on getting started with Healthy Starts. So these are already linked in this PDF here. So when I click on them, it'll open up the fact sheet and I can download that and send that straight off to my customer. So again, it's making sure that you feel confident in what you have to share, and that it's nice and easy. It's all there for you and it all looks beautiful. So then you can also send the video. So if we click on that, we have it uploaded to Vimeo and to YouTube, to Facebook, so you can pick whichever one you want. I'm just clicking on the Vimeo one here, and you can send them this beautiful 2-minute video that outlines all they need to know about the Healthy Starts for Families program. So again, excellent conversation starter and really gets them set up with the facts that they need. So we've run through interacting with our existing customers and how we can use the booklet, sending it out as a goal for retention and as a goal for upgrading orders. Now I want to talk about reaching out to non-customers. So this is your friends, your family, people that you might have met online or had a great interaction with online. Maybe you're following them on Instagram and you have a few messages back and forth. So basically a mum, a dad, a grandparent, auntie, godparent, you name it. Think about who could benefit from receiving these recipes. And why not send them the blog link? So we like using the blog link if it's a bit more impersonal that you're chatting to them about and they haven't ticked over to being a customer. The reason for this is the booklet is quite a nice add-on as a customer, and the blog is a great value add. However, it's a more good, an excellent way to expand your conversation as well. And it's nice and easy. You can click on it whenever you need it, things like that. So let's start out with Lindy. I'm going to message Lindy and say, hey Lindy, I've been thinking of you lots with school going back soon. I wanted to share these lunchbox tips with you to hopefully make lunches a bit easier. Here's the blog link. I also have a little booklet of more recipes if you'd like a copy. So we're using the blog as a bit of a taster of what they could use. So this blog here that we were looking at before, it just has one recipe option in here, but it does have some other value adds that you can use to go and share both resources. So as I said, all of this is just a guide. If you want to share the blog link with your customers first instead and then share the booklet, that's totally fine. If you want to share them all at once, you go for it. Know your method. This is just one way that we're suggesting, and after that's done, it always comes back to the follow-up. So if they want the little booklet, you can flick it through and then you can loop back and say, oh, you'll notice a lot of the recipes include Juice Plus for the kids. I can share a fact sheet about how you can get the chews or caps for free with a Juice Plus order, and it's just a small freight fee. So again, it's just opening up that conversation. And all of those ideas are right here in this PDF. And as we said before, if they say yes to finding out for more information, just flick them the fact sheet or the video as a great starter. And you can also think about personalizing your messages. So these are all such a broad guide that you can really add to it by adding in what their current circumstances are right now. So are they in lockdown and are they homeschooling? You don't really want to say to someone who still has to homeschool, oh, isn't this great for going back to school and like sending the kids off and things like that? It would be great to have them out of the house. Not quite what you want to go for. So you could try something else, like hopefully these will help with the food portion of homeschooling, or it'll be super helpful to get into a routine during lockdown. And as I said earlier, you know, if you're traveling to work or, you know, they want to look after their own lunches, that they might even find something that they'll want to bring to work with them. So that's the way that we recommend, or a few ideas on how to go about personal messaging people. However, we had some great social media assets that you can use as a spark for conversation to get other people to reach out to you rather than you reaching out to them. So it all starts with making a nice little social media post and asking someone to message you if they want more information, if they want a copy of the recipe book, or if they want a copy of the blog. And these are just a couple of thought starters to give you an idea. So can't believe school is right around the corner again. Just got my hands on this cute recipe guide for plant-rich lunchboxes to make life a little bit easier. Message me if you'd like a copy. Then you just need to sit by your messenger non-stop and just wait for people to message you. Now, of course, you don't need to do that, but do look out, and if someone flicks you a message, make sure to give them love back and, you know, flick them the booklet or whatever they need. Then you can start at the top of this PDF and look through the follow-up tips and go through that process. So another thought starter would be asking a question. I'm curious, what are your go-to easy lunchboxes that you make for the kids? DM me if you want a copy of my recipes. And another easy way to share is just copying and pasting the blog link. For Facebook, it'll go and pop up with a preview of the blog. So that's your image already sorted. And really enjoyed this Lunchbox blog. I might steal some of these ideas for my own lunches. If you like this blog too, send me a message and I can share the full recipe guide with you. So I hope that these tips were all very helpful, and I would love to hear your feedback. If you found it helpful, drop me a message, let me know what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what captions you like, what personal messages, what tweaks you would add. But now at the end of this training, I want you to think about who are you going to share with. So we just talked about Healthy Starts for Families customers, that you could use this resource as a retention tool, show them some love, give them the booklet. You could use it with non-HSF customers and encourage your customers to upgrade their order to a Healthy Starts for Families order. And then you could also share it with your friends, your family, the public at large. And the goal here is making a relationship. So networking and making sure people know that you're the go-to person when it comes to buying Juice Plus. So I hope you enjoyed this training, and we'll upload this to the same place on the virtual office in the Dropbox, so you can revisit it when you would like to. And I just wanted to thank you for watching this training, and I will catch you guys next time. So have a lovely day.